Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jackson Haney.
And I'm Randall Rao, and this is Sports Line.
Up first, we'll look at all things Flomaton. We'll hear from Coach Adams about FHS track, Coach Bell about FHS baseball, and various athletes about sports that they're involved in.
Great. I feel like we're gonna make it to state this year, so I feel like we're gonna win a lot of events. High knees, make sure we stretching really good, and form running. It's a really big role because if you don't have great nutrition, and take care of your body, you can't be the best athlete you can be. Pretty much, with the sprinters, I try to make them keep a sprinter's mindset, and with the throwers, I hope they keep a thrower's mindset. I see a lot of them don't really like stretching, so I make sure I go around and help them stretch.
I do mostly the throwing events, and I just throw the shot put and disc. It's definitely different. It's just hard to try to do everything that you're used to doing with someone that's new and they have different teaching methods. Coach House is most focused on technique and strategy and doing it right, while Coach Adams is more focused on how you perform. Mine is strategy-wise, how do you perform on a day-to-day basis and get it right, and can you pick up, can you take criticism and things like that. A typical day of practice is we all come in, we run our 1 mile, which is basically 4 laps around our football field. Then we come together and we do our team stretches and exercises before we break up into our event groups. And then we do our event groups as if we're going to, as if we're actually at the meet. And then we all come back together and we dismiss. Thursday is our first meet. And for the teams going to be there, I think it's mainly just going to be the surrounding areas of Covington County, us, and possibly Neal. My overall expectations for myself is to do better than I did last year. And for the team, overall, I think our main goal and expectation is to perform to our best ability so that we can bring home championship.
Team manager, I make sure that everybody stays on task, and at the track meets, I make sure everybody's at their correct event at the right time. And I also encourage them during practice, and I might even help out and do a little running myself. I would like for us to go to state, because we have some people that were that did state last year come back this year, and I hope we can make state again, and hopefully we'll be able to even bring the blue map home. But I think they're doing good adapting to the new coaches and everything. And I also think the 2 new coaches, Coach Adams and Coach K, they're doing good handling new students in their new positions and stuff. I think they're doing pretty good, to be honest with you. And I feel like it's just different on both parts. They both have to learn different stuff. I'm excited for the overall first track meet, which is today at 3 in Andalusia. And I think we're going to do good because we've been on our P's and Q's at practices. And, our athletes are putting in the work and the effort. And the returning athletes, they've been talking about the first track meet for the whole year since school started. And I know it's exciting for them, especially the seniors. And I know the new athletes are also excited because it's their first track meet. I'm excited too. And it's my first track meet as a track manager. I'm excited as well. I feel like the feelings are in the air because it's their first track meet of their high school career, but it's also the first track meet of the season. So they're excited but also sad at the same time. And I understand because I'm a senior as well. But at the end of the day has ended. I think we're going to do good.
I'm in the 11th grade and I play tennis for Flomaton High School. So I usually play doubles. So if you don't know nothing about tennis, you have singles and doubles. Singles is a 1v1 and doubles is a 2v2. So I play doubles. And I think the one thing about tennis is that you have to have a lot of movement and a lot of good contact with the ball. See, me, I can't really see that well, so it's hard for me to have good contact with the ball because with my glasses I see 20/70 and then without them I see 2400, so I can't see that good. But I mean, I guess it just takes practice, and practice makes perfect. Okay, so there's only like 7 girls on the team, including me. Majority of them are 10th graders, I think. And, or some, I think some are 9th graders. And the tennis team actually just started this year. And then there's like 1 senior, there's like 3 11th graders. I'm not too sure. I don't really pay attention. I'm kind of just there for fun.
It's been going very well. We are really starting to see what our team is going to become and has the potential to be this season. We're much further along this year than we were at the same point last season. Of course, it being Coach Brown's 2nd year, everybody being familiar with him and his coaching style, what his expectations are of the program, what their expectations are of themselves. We've really come into what we think our team can be at a much earlier point this year than we did last year. Well, we've got so many different players that are stepping up in so many different ways. River and J-Dub, the pitchers on the mound have been outstanding. They've given us 2 really, really good starting pitchers that everything else can build from. At the plate, River's having a great year. Dexter's having a good year. Brody Phillips has come on the last couple of weeks and is just killing the ball. We've had several players that have stepped in, and filled a defensive role. Young guys, Braden Nall, Riley Harrison, Ross Bell. They're finding their roles on the team. It's really been a total team effort. It hasn't been just 1 or 2 guys. It's been everybody finding what their particular role in the success of our team is. Really just try to keep things loose. That's one of the things about baseball is you play so many games that from one day to the next you kind of have to have a short memory about what happened the previous day, good or bad. You can't let a game that you lost the day before affect what you're doing in today's game. You also can't expect that a win the day before is going to have anything to do with how you perform in the game today as well. So just keeping it loose, making sure we're swinging the bats in the batting cages, things like that. Just it's a different animal. We have great team chemistry this year. Our guys are all really, really close. It's a team that's been playing together for a long time, played multiple sports together for a long time. A lot of our guys also played football, and so they got to be a part of that as well. So team chemistry is really, really good, and I think that helps because throughout the course of the game, when one guy falters or doesn't take the opportunity to do something, the next guy does. And so there's always a belief that everybody is going to come through at some point or another in the game. It's not just relying on one guy. They all pick each other up. They all root for each other on the field. When guy needs to be, I don't want to say dealt with, but whenever there's an issue, it's something that's dealt with immediately. I mean, the chemistry on this team is very, very good, and you can't speak enough to a baseball team when they have good chemistry about how that affects their play. We talk to other coaches that have played the teams that we play. We see what they say about what they've done. We get online and look at records and schedules to see what teams they've played, what their scores have been, have they played other teams that we've played. If it's on a day where we have an early practice or something, they go watch them, things like that. So there's a lot of different things you can do to prepare for a team that you get ready to play the baseball.
What classes have you taken since you started trade school?
I took in firefighting, emergency medical responder, and law and public safety.
Why did you choose that class?
I'm currently taking law and public safety, and I chose it because I was interested in going to a law force and like the medical field and stuff like that.
What do you do in that class?
We do CPR. We learn how to do traffic stop and arrest people in a proper manner.
What have you learned since starting trade school?
I learned how to do traffic stops properly. I learned 10 codes and learned how to do CPR. There's a lot of stuff you can learn in that class. It's a really good class to take at trade school.
Most of us are confident, but the others are starting to struggle a little bit because they get up to the plate and they get nervous, but I don't blame them because I do the same thing. But I'll tell you it's pretty accurate. We have lost every single game. Well, we lost our first 3 games, but we were all nervous those 3 games, and I'm thinking that since we're all building all of our confidence up, that we'll do better if we just keep building it up. because the coach said she needed a long arm person and was fast.
Coach Walker gives us insight into Neal track, and then we will hear from some of our track athletes.
Well, on Mondays we start off with a little bit of weightlifting. We get in the weight room, we do some things to isolate the shoulders, isolate the biceps and triceps. On Tuesdays we'll get into the stretching because Monday's probably our heavier day when it comes to lifting and doing the throwing and all that good stuff. If we have a track meet on Thursday, then Tuesdays will be the days we stretch and then we get into throwing for distance. And Wednesdays we're throwing and we're competing, trying to get the marks down so we know who all is going to compete on Thursday. And Thursday we go out there and compete. So that's how the week will go for us as throwers. I'll tell you, they've been working really hard. So the good thing about that is it gives us the opportunity to go out there and compete. It gives us the opportunity to go and the thing about it, a lot of people get caught up in throwing against somebody, throwing against the other people that are throwing and throwing against the best distance and all that good stuff. What I told my guys and what I told my girls is that we're throwing to be the best we can be. We're trying to get a PR, a personal record. So if we can get our personal record in this meet, that will be a goal. I don't care if we come first, second, third. Obviously we're shooting for first, but we're going out there to do the best we can do.
I do long jump, triple jump, and I run the 4x4. My favorite event is long jump, and because I jump a qualification to state, I joined track because I was just trying something new. My goals for this season is to make it to state.
I do the 4x4, the 400, and the 4x1. Okay. My favorite event is the 4x1. And it's a 4x1 because I just like the fourth leg. I feel like I'm gone. Okay, what made me join track was, you know, I ain't had nothing else to do and I had to stay in shape for basketball, so I just hopped on the track team, you feel me? My goals for the season is don't get beat, don't get beat, and don't get rolled.
How long have you did track?
I've been doing track for 3 years.
What events do you do in track?
I do 4x1, 100, 200, high jump, long jump, triple jump, and 4x4.
What do you like about track?
I like the competition, trying to get medals.
So what do you want to do this year in track? Like, what you want to accomplish?
Winning state in long jump.
Did you track last year?
Yes, I did track last year.
And elaborate on last year's season.
Didn't do great, but didn't do bad. But this year, I'll be better than I was last year.
Do you think this year will be better?
Yes.
Elaborate.
We work hard every day, even in conditions like weather. So we push ourselves to our limit.
So is the team together this year than it was last year?
Yes.
And when is your first track meet?
Thursday, this Thursday.
Where?
In Baker, Florida.
All right. Thank you, sir.
T.R. Miller is having a great year in terms of sports with swimming, track, tennis, softball, and baseball all experiencing great success. First, we'll hear from Coach Smith, and then we'll hear from various athletes about sports that they're involved in.
Since you're with the recordings and audio tech for the baseball team, what type of music do you have them pick?
Well, we use a system that the school paid for. Gives up to like 9,000 songs. They're all clean, they're all cut, they're all edited, but it's songs you hear every day on the radio. And we can set up playlists through that. We can set up their walk-up songs, which the kids enjoy that. They enjoy being able to pick out their own songs. And then we'll just play it. We use that for football, for basketball, for baseball. We use it for pretty much every sport we have. It's a good way to keep from anything slipping through the cracks and keeping the music clean, but still having some pretty good music out there.
How do y'all bounce back from the 2 games versus Opp and versus Saraland?
I think we just need to start getting our hitting up and just getting the lead in the beginning.
How can y'all win these upcoming games versus Jackson?
We just get our bats hot, let our defense do the work, and just throw strikes.
I've been doing track since I started the 10th grade. And for my 10th grade year, I did it because a bunch of people thought I would be good at it because I'm stronger than most of the people in our school. And I do shot put, which you throw a ball and see how far it goes. The ball is like 12 pounds. And I skipped my junior year because I didn't think I was good at it for real. But everybody said I should come back my senior year this year. So I came back and I'm almost throwing state. We start practice at 3:20 or 3:30. We all arrive at the track and we all sit in the bleachers first and wait for our coaches to come. And when they do come, they call out roll. And then after that, some of them do stretches, some of them do like run in place, different exercises like warm up and stuff. Us throwers, we get our balls or discs or javelin, and then we do like warm up throws with our arms and stuff for like rotation and stuff. And then we do standard throws, and then we do competition throws, which are like real deal throws for like track meets and stuff. And we practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then if we don't have a track meet Thursday, we practice Thursday. And then Friday we have off. I manage my schoolwork. I usually do it at school, so I don't have homework after practice. But practice doesn't last long if you do have schoolwork after practice, because practice is only like an hour, and then the most is like an hour and 30 minutes. So we get out of practice like 4:30, 4:15-ish, so you should have enough time to do your schoolwork. But I do mine at school, so I don't have schoolwork when I have to go home.
We now go to Harrington Hobbs with more information about T.R. Miller's tennis team.
Hello tennis enthusiasts, I'm Harrington Hobbs, and we've got some updates and changes in our tennis schedule that you don't want to miss. So without further ado, let's dive into the latest news and upcoming matches. First up, a quick update on last Tuesday's matches that were unfortunately canceled. But the good news, they've been rescheduled for April 8th, and the new location has now been changed to be at Demopolis against Demopolis and Selma in a tri-match. And to add on to the bad news, the match against Hillcrest Tuscaloosa this Friday has just been canceled. We're not certain about a reschedule yet, but we'll keep you posted as soon as we have more information. But now for some good news. Get ready to cheer for our team as we face Northview on Monday the 11th and Jay on Tuesday the 12th. It's going to be a fantastic week of tennis right here on our home courts. Match time starting at 3:30. Also remember, you can always keep up with our matches in a more timely manner by following the Instagram page at TRM Tennis. With us reaching the middle of the season, we wanted to catch another interview with Coach Cast and assistant JV coach Colby Dayhoff.
I'm here with Coach Cast today, head tennis coach of the T.R. Miller tennis team. I just wanted you to give us a little mid-season recap on how it's gone so far.
Well, so far we've won some tough games in our area against Andalusia, but the boys have come out ahead against Satsuma. Unfortunately, the girls lost last week against Satsuma in some really close games. A lot of the games were 7-9, so it could have gone either way, honestly. I felt like we didn't play very comfortable girl-wise, but the boys were able to pull it through with a big win, putting us at the top of our area. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule this week because of rain for Demopolis, which is like our arch enemy of our season, so we're got to reschedule that game, and so that's our big one we're looking forward to in the future now. We have a big game on Friday coming up against Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, which is a big 6A school that we're traveling to play, so we're really going to see how we stack up against them going on into the future, so I'm really excited about that.
Today I'm here with Colby Dayhoff, a former #1 on the TRM tennis team 2 years ago. And I just want to ask, how does it feel to be originally the #1 team and now be the assistant JV head coach?
You know, it's kind of cool. I've loved coaching the middle schoolers. It's a big kind of mindset change to go from playing to coaching. I love working with Ms. Cast, and it's just a cool thing to volunteer with and help out with and get to know the middle schoolers. So.
Do you have any advice for future tennis players or even for the JV team?
I mean, just have fun with it, enjoy when you play tennis. Play all the time, I would say that, especially over the summer and, weekends, whenever you feel like it. Get out and play with each other and have fun with it. It's a cool sport and it's fun to play, so.
Shifting gears to the professional tennis scene, the Indian Wells tournament has just kicked off. featuring some of the top players in the world competing in it. And stay tuned for updates next week as we get closer to the end of the tournament, and we'll bring you all the exciting results from the competition. Hopefully, we'll see even some Americans in the Sweet 16. But that's a wrap for today's tennis update. Keep that tennis spirit alive, and we'll see you on the courts. I'm Harrington Hobbs, and I'll see you next Thursday.
That's our show for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Jackson Haney.
And I'm Randall Rowell. See you next week. Good night, everyone.